Welcome back to In Focus Kentucky, where each week we talk about one different topic here in our state of Kentucky, and we're joined by Governor Matt Bevin. We once again appreciate you making time for us.
You're welcome.
Governor, we want to talk with you about workforce development, and we mentioned that the Work Ready Skills Initiative is something that you've been working on for quite a while, so touch on that a little bit.
The Work Ready Skills Initiative, there's a couple of things. First of all, we want to make sure we have money to train people. So there's two things really that we have done. One is we set aside in the last budget $100 million for workforce training and development, not to build new buildings, but to develop training programs and to scale ones that exist to get people ready. We said that in order to qualify for that money, you needed to have three groups apply. You needed the local high school, the local post-secondary school, and the local business community. All three together would apply. We had $540 million worth of applications. It means we could only accept the best 18%, but that's a good problem to have. In no case were we ever going to pay 100% of what people wanted. So we were only going to pay a portion, and we were going to expect the local business community and the local political communities to contribute money as well, the counties and the local jurisdictions. They did that. So our $100 million became, and we alluded to this at the beginning of the show, $250 million, $250 million. That led us to another realization, is that in addition, we've got to get people trained for jobs that exist. There were 5 key areas in this Work Ready initiative. Is we want, with these scholarships, we want to pay last dollar. So if there's a person who wants to, regardless of their age, if they've never in their life attained an associate level degree in their life, they can now get the state of Kentucky to come alongside them if they want to study IT, healthcare, construction trades, logistics, manufacturing, areas that there are 100,000 plus jobs right now in Kentucky waiting to be filled. We will make sure that if you're 20 years old or 50 years old and you want to pursue one of these, we will come alongside you after you apply for financial aid. The state will pay whatever the difference is between that and the cost to make sure you are prepared to get a job. And we will help you make that happen. We've put millions of dollars into that program. We've started a dual credit program so that kids in high school can now start to get training for post-secondary school. Could be for college, it could be for a certification in a skill or a technical school. But the bottom line is all these dollars that we're putting in are being done to make sure that Kentucky has the best workforce of any state in America.
Now, do you expect another investment at all this year for that Work
I
Ready?
do, and I'm going to be putting, you'll see that reflected in my budget. I don't tend to tell a whole lot about what's coming in the budget, and I'm not sure when this will air. It may be before my budget, so that's the only glimpse I will give you. But yes, because it was such an overwhelming success, it is an absolute no-brainer. And it was new. It was something that I thought up the last time, and it has been better than I would have ever hoped it would be. And we are absolutely going to go back to that well.
Now, how do you know when some of your policies are actually successful? How do you kind of judge that and rate that?
Because when I have a company like a Brady Industries come, and we develop a program with them in conjunction with our technical school, where literally the technical school is going to be training people using some of these programs we put in place, so that they will have associate level degrees that will qualify them to work in this company, where they're hiring hundreds and hundreds of people making $75,000, $80,000, $85,000 a year. And they will be hired based on a training program that we conduct and develop in conjunction with that company. That's how I know it's working, because these companies are coming, they're excited by it, they're coming because we have this in place, and they're working with us to make good use of those monies and get a good return on it. It's the best win-win for the taxpayer.
Now, those for the folks that are living here throughout the state of Kentucky, and they say that they may not be able to find a job or employment, kind of what advice and then do you give to them?
We have, if you are willing to work, there are jobs in Kentucky, literally. I mean, and good jobs, very good, well above minimum wage level jobs, jobs where you can earn while you learn. We have apprenticeship programs. It's something we've not talked about yet, but that Secretary Ramsey has done such a good job of working with Secretary Heiner in workforce development on this issue. Apprenticeship programs with more than 1,000 companies now. You can earn while you learn. On the job, while you're being paid. The average apprenticeship in Kentucky is paying $50,000 a year, while you're learning skills that will allow you to make even more than that. We have tens and tens of thousands of unfilled jobs right now in construction trades, IT, healthcare, manufacturing, that if people want to go into these positions, we will help them get those jobs at no cost to themselves.
And talk to us about the pen you've got on today. They're cutting the red tape.
Sure.
Walk us through that.
Yeah, Red Tape Reduction Initiative. People want to learn more about it, go to redtapereduction.com. Redtapereduction.com is an initiative that I set in place about 15 months ago. It was done, I committed that I'm going to cut 30% of all the red tape in Kentucky in the next 3 years. We're halfway through that time, and we're about halfway through that cutting. And we've cut hundreds of pieces of red tape, and we have hundreds of others yet to be cut that are scheduled to be, repealing, modernizing, updating, all these things to make it easier to get permitting, to get licensing, and to do business. The speed of business is picking up when you cut red tape that slows things down.
And you are obviously excited for what 2018 has to bring, correct?
I am. I mean, the future is bright. The sun is shining bright on our old Kentucky home. It's going to shine brighter still. And I am very excited and encouraged by what 2018 will hold.
And once again, Governor, we appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us and talk about this topic of workforce development. We know it's an issue that people across the entire state are wanting to hear more on.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Thanks for joining us on the very first broadcast of In Focus Kentucky. You can watch this or any of our shows at spectruminfocus.com. And you can also join the conversation by using the hashtag InFocus, KYA, and follow me on Twitter while you're at it, at Mario Anderson TV. I'd love to hear what issues you would like for us to tackle on upcoming shows.